Hey everyone. Go ahead and get comfy and, make yourself some tea or just, kind of put this on as you're getting ready for work or getting ready for bed or maybe while you're also painting. That's when I watch the most art videos. Oh my gosh, my bird is freaking out. This one's actually kind of hard to see in this light, but we'll see how it goes. The sun is setting, so I figured it would be like a nice one to do now because it's called Heaven. And basically, I spent 16 hours. I spent an entire day watching videos about near death experiences. And I was just hooked on them. I thought that they were like so sweet, and it just gave me a lot of like hope and peace. And yeah, all these people and their experiences were like pretty similar. And there was from like all ages, all ethnicities, all backgrounds, or gender. Um, yeah, it was just really cool. And I'm really into like reincarnation and knowing what. I just feel like enough people have died and came back to life for us to know what happens. And also, my grandma's not even that religious. Like, she's from like Nebraska. She's just like a white lady from Nebraska who like smoked a lot of cigarettes and like worked at a beauty salon or owned a beauty salon. But anyway, and she died and came back to life. And she had a crazy surgery. Hysterectomy. They removed her uterus and she lost a ton of blood. And come to find out, they weren't even supposed to. And the doctor was drunk. This is my hometown. A lot of crazy stuff happens in Stockton, but yeah, she was like all over the news. It was like, save Karen. She would be named Karen. Anyway, she died and came back to life, and her story lines up with what I was hearing. And basically, they all say, for the most part, you float above your body, and in that moment, you don't even want to go back. Two, you realize how separate you were from your body, which is kind of comforting because sometimes people feel trapped in their own bodies, or they feel like their bodies or their looks are so tied to their own identity. So that's kind of comforting to know that the moment we pass, that we don't even identify with our own bodies anymore, which is kind of cool. Because I've always felt that way about my own soul. I felt like my soul was separate. I remember one time in like sixth grade, I like looked in the mirror and it's like I separated my soul from my body. I'm like, oh my God, I just happen to be in this body, but my soul is different. And I'm like, it's you and me, body. Like, I felt like it was like my soul and my body like against the world. I was like, oh, I'm in this bitch. I had this like thought of like, wow, anyway, that was around like sixth grade to have that. And ever since I felt separate. Anyway, so yeah, they all said it was like a beautiful, like the most beautiful warmth and comfort and like the most blinding light. Yet it doesn't hurt your eyes, or I guess I wouldn't say blinding then, but the most. I wish you can see this better. I might redo this video, but maybe I'll hold it up close. Yeah, it's a lot prettier up close. Okay. Anyway, they all say it's like the most comforting thing, and they thought they knew what home felt like until they got to heaven or wherever. It's not even, they don't even call it heaven. They just call it like the spirit realm. And and yeah, they said it's like the most beautiful, comforting feeling in the entire world, and that none of them wanted to go back. They're like, I just want to stay here. And God or whoever, actually a lot of them say Jesus, but tells them to go back, which is what happened to my grandma too. And they're like, it's not your time. And they're like, I don't want to go back. And then sometimes they say, okay, well, you have to go back in another body, but you're not done. Like, your mission isn't done. And they're like, oh, fine, I'll go back in this body. And then they come back as themselves. So it's very comforting, and it was like this whole message of like our soul missions, and it's not even a mission, it's more of what we came here to learn more about. And I know I sound woo-woo, but I might have lost a few people already. It's okay. I know exactly when I did, but if I did. Um, but anyway, we're basically not in trouble if we don't learn it. It's like school. It's like, well, except we are in trouble when we don't learn in school, but It's like, okay, well, you got to retake that class. You got to retake the class on patience. And yeah, apparently, like, Earth is one of the easiest places to learn these lessons, or one of the hardest places to exist, but one of the easiest places to learn patience, or to learn unconditional love, or to learn forgiveness, or, something like that. So the idea is that we basically choose our lives beforehand, and we kind of choose our struggles and everything. We're like, yeah, this is a good way to learn a lot about patience. And we even choose some of the people that we want to go through that with, which is so beautiful and comforting. And you come back and they say it's just like how kids play house, and, it's like, oh, you be the mom this time. Okay, you be the baby this time. They say it's just like that with our souls and our soulmates. It's like, okay, well, I want to be your mom this time, and I want to learn how to, whatever. I just thought that was like a beautiful. So anyway, a lot of the people that are around us and that we love will always continue to be around us, and we're actually like chosen for us, and we were meant to cross paths with these people. That's pretty cool. It makes me think of one of my closest friends now. One of the first times we hung out, her name is Sunny, and one of the first times we hung out, afterwards she saw a license plate that said, well, my name is Sydney. She saw a license plate that said Sid and Son. I'm like, what are the seriously? What are the chances? Why would anyone have a license plate that says that? Two, why would anyone have a license plate that says that? Of all the chances, like right after one of the first times we hung out, Sid and Son, like, and I'm dying to know who has that license plate, because you would know, like. And she saw two other signs like that on businesses or trucks going by, and which is crazy. And with us, it was like such an instant friendship that, yeah, I feel like that's meant to be. Anyway, so this one's, like I said, this one's called Heaven. And instead of my own thoughts, I wrote thoughts that like, oh, we love you forever is basically like the cement once you get to heaven, or whatever you want to call it. We love you more than you know. Good job. You did it. Congrats. And it's like this big homecoming party, and it's like, oh my God, how was it? And you meet all your pets and everything. We've been waiting for you. Welcome home. You're finally here. How was your time on Earth? And they're like really curious, and it's so exciting. It's like, oh my God, you did Earth. Like, wow, like you did this really hard planet. Like, congrats. How was it? Anyway, kind of like, just like school, kind of like graduating college, I guess. It's like, oh, you did it, Oh, did I paint this with my hands too? I'm almost positive this was all hand painted, which I've been trying to do more of. Oh, let me describe the balance, I guess. I mean, yeah, you get it at this point. I've described it so many times. Yeah, I'll just move on. Let's see. This one looks this one looks better in person. I mean, you can kind of see it there, but it's really pretty in person, I promise. Oh, and then through those videos, I realized, like, our soul's purpose isn't, I have this big fear of, like, oh my God, like, God gave me this, like, gift and I'm not utilizing it, and blah, 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 or like or not gift, but, like, talent, or like when I'm not singing, I'm like, oh, like, I've been a good singer since I was like a kid. And I always felt like, and adults have told me that, they're like, oh, you're going to be someone, and blah, blah, blah. And I have like so much shame when I'm being like lazy, or when I'm, not like utilizing it. But through those videos, I realized that's not the purpose. God just wants us to love each other and to love each other. Anyway, I wrote, I know my soul's purpose. This was a huge day for me. Because I compared my life to other artists' life and their near-death experience story. And for the most part, like, artists are just meant to, like, at its purest form, just meant to connect, just to create beauty, just to spread beauty and joy and connection and love. And anyway, just like what art makes us feel, like good music makes us feel. It's just like, it's like the butter to life, you know? Or it's like the flowers of life is like art. If life is a garden, art would be the flowers. I should write that. Anyway, I said, I know my soul's purpose. It's love, connection, peace, beauty. It's understanding, healing, helping, giving a voice to the voiceless. I'm so thankful for today. I finally understand my higher purpose at such a deep and understood level. Also something I've always felt confirmed. Oh, also something I've always felt confirmed. I'm so thankful to be alive. I've always known the end goal was joy and learning. And that's how I felt. I'm kind of optimistic nihilist. But I think the only thing that matters is our own, or not our own enjoyment, but enjoyment. Just with other people, just enjoying. Like we're meant to. That's how I feel. Like be kind and to completely just. We're always supposed to be in the Garden of Eden. We're always supposed to be indulging and being kind to animals and being sweet and hugging each other. And it's like that's just always what I felt. Oh, I'm only a little saddened at having to hide this understanding at the risk of sounding like a wacko. Which is true, which is why I'm only posting this to YouTube, because a lot of my personal friends and family won't see this. I said I was meant to be sensitive. I was meant to be in LA during this time in history. I was meant to be brave. I was meant to have a strong sense of justice. I hope I create art in every lifetime. Oh, and everything in my life was meant for this time in history. I truly believe that. With just like standing up for the voiceless and being in LA during this time and being a half Mexican during this time and being even though I'm half Mexican, it's like I'm right. I have the urge to speak up, and more of an urge and more of a duty to, what they say when you go to protest, to like kind of be a shield, be a front, be another body that would be safe from, deportation, let's say, but that I could speak up, Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. It's so scary to like say the wrong thing nowadays. I feel so dumb sometimes. Anyway, I was meant to be sensitive. I was meant to be in LA during this time in history. I was meant to be brave. I was meant to have a strong sense of justice. I feel that. Also, I grew up with a lot of like abuse, and I was not the only one, actually. Everyone else was just like beaten down from it, but I stood up a lot for my family members, for my mom, my sisters, and against my dad. So I'm like, it's that same energy, and through years and years of that and that and that, I was like, what is this suffering for? And then, everything that's going on in America right now, and I happen to be in LA, in Silver Lake, right near everything, making my art and having a personal connection and well, everyone should have a sense of justice right now, but just like a personal, I just can't stand like tyrants or people oppressing other people. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm in the right place at the right time right now. And yeah, that's like part of my soul's purpose, and I wouldn't have known that until this age right now. And who knows? What if when I'm 50, like, I don't know. I was meant to live in this time. Anyway. Oh yeah, I said painted this after watching a ton of near-death experience videos and trying to capture the beauty of what all these people were describing. Basically, it's a homecoming. Yeah. So that's heaven, and those are my thoughts on heaven. And yeah, it's beautiful. I can't wait to see my dog. And basically, from what I heard, we all I think we all go to heaven. I don't know. But we rewatch key moments of our lives, and not only that, but we rewatch it from the eyes of others. So, and if you really hurt someone, you fully understand why you hurt them. You could feel it exactly how they felt it. So yeah. yeah, that's all. That's all. And the sunset, so I may or may not use this video. We'll see. It's a little dark, actually. I was like, and then the heaven, and then when we die, and like all these shadows in my room. It's so funny. And it's not even that dark. You can see it's not that dark outside, but in my room it is. Okay. Oh, bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.